that we do here every week. So if you want to join me every week to learn tips on how you can thrive in life in a body that you love and release weight with ease so you can focus on your dreams and not being on a diet, then this is your place to be. If you're new to me, I'm Melissa Kathryn. Today we're going to talk about weight loss made easy. As you can see, I came straight from the gym, no makeup, happy to be here. Ended up getting caught in a meeting, and this is just what we do because no matter what, we show up for you, right? I show up for myself, I show up for you, I show up for what I say I'm committed to. And this is something that I've learned to do, and this has been one of the pinnacles of my success and what I share with my community all the time. And I always get asked, Melissa, how do you show up? And I said, it's because it's the identity that I've created for me. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how we make weight loss easy and exact things that you can do so you can start showing up and achieving beyond your dreams. Like I said, if you are new to me, then you might want this gift that I've created just for you. It is my cravings guide. And what this is going to do is help you to stop cravings fast so you can lose fat fast. Because we often eat from emotions. We don't actually eat from our hunger, okay? If you want my cravings kit, then put cravings below. It is free. It is a gift that I've created for you from me to support you in this journey. Cravings below. Let's dive into today's video. As you can see right now, I am standing. Why am I standing? Because one of the things that I was sharing today at the gym, I often get asked about my weighted vest. I've done an entire video on what to do with your weighted vest. You can find it in my shorts. I can also link it here. But I was asked about my weighted vest, and this woman came up to me at the gym and she goes, well, and I was hiking this weekend, I really noticed a difference. And what I was saying to her is that I often do things in a way, and the way that I like to think about things is, how can I get my biggest bang for my buck? I'm here. I'm already going to be on the treadmill. I'm already going to be lifting weights. I'm already going to be doing this. Why not add a weighted vest? Why not work my body harder? Why not see what I'm capable of and get stronger? So when we want to look at weight loss made easy, we want to look at how can we take what you're already doing for you and maximize our time to multiply our results in a shorter period of time, right? So by me wearing the weighted vest, what am I doing? I'm getting a higher calorie burn. I'm building lean muscle. I'm actually getting stronger. I'm helping with my bones. It's anti-aging. I'm working my heart more. So we want to really think about that. When we're looking at weight loss, how can we make things easy for you? Another thing when we talk about, well, and I got asked, well, Melissa, how do you show up all the time? And this was another video that I did. If you follow me on Instagram, that's where I share more of my day-to-day and my stories, right? And I said, hey guys, it's better to just show up and do what you can, where you can, than to not show up at all. Why? Because that's creating the identity of the person who does. It's also getting you in the habit and the routine. And as humans, we're animals by nature. So we thrive on routine, and we automatically do the habitual patterns and behaviors that we've conditioned ourselves to do. So just like you might end up hitting snooze, you can also train yourself to be the person that gets up each day, right? Like I get up, I make my bed right away. What else do I do though? Weight loss made easy. I make it so easy for me to show up for me. My clothes are laid out the night before. In fact, I will put out 7 days of workout clothes. Now, am I working out 7 days a week? No, I'm not. But I'm active and I choose to be. Now, you might think, oh, Melissa, what are you like? One of these people you're always doing this? No, I love me some lazy time. I love laying on the sofa. I choose to be intentional. And getting back to this story at the girl at the gym, because my ADD brain went all which way. She said to me, yeah, so I went hiking and I was looking at a vest and I really noticed a difference. And what I was saying to her is the best thing that you want to think about is do what you can, where you can, when you can. How can so that way you're always doing it. Even if you only go for 10 minutes, you go. Even if you have to do something at your home. And I said to her, I go, sometimes I even walk around just in my weighted vest in my home, like The other day I came home, I knew I was going to shower. I was bringing it in with me because they can get kind of smelly, and you just rinse it in the shower and you put, soap on it and whatnot and put it out to dry. That's what I do. And I was doing that, and I started emptying my dishwasher and doing the laundry and doing this and doing that. Why not? And I told her, I go, yeah, I tell my clients all the time, like, add on some ankle weights, work at your standing desk, stand up when you're doing work, remind yourself. And she said to me, she goes, it's so true. When you just have it in the forefront of your mind, that you want to move more or do more steps, you do it. Right? So there's a big piece in Weight Loss Made Easy about intentionality. Being intentional, just having in the forefront of your mind that you're going to be healthier, that you've stepped into your healthy girl era, that you are ready. Like, guys, I don't know if you're like me, I'm 46 and I'm like, how can I get my best body for me? How can I see how strong and lean to tone? How can I see that I'm going to show myself that I'm going to look better now than I did in my 20s? It's a game. It's fun. Your body is an asset to you. Your body and you are one, yes, but your body does not define you. You do. You get to experience life through this beautiful body, and you get to experience it, gain weight, lose weight. But if your happiness is contingent on your body, that is no bueno. Okay, and this is why I go so deep on mindset, right? If you know that that's been a pattern for you, like that was something that I really had to heal within myself, because as a child, being criticized for my weight, I was only like 50, maybe 15 pounds heavier or overweight, but I'm 5'4", right? And I would get called thunder thighs and bubble butt, and it was always negative comments about my body that were not supportive to my own view of self or having self-confidence and self-love. So I started to step outside of myself and look at my body through a critical lens. As women, young girls, this usually happens at the age of 10, is when we first start to see ourselves outside of ourselves. And this is when we start to look through a critical lens. That critical lens, depending on your family environment, how your mother, your father, how you see your body, what your friends look like, whatever happens in your conditioning starts to create an identity. If it's not positive, we easily can have a critical lens looking at ourselves, and it does start at age 10 for girls. So what you want to do is recognize that and understand that it's important to heal that. Now, I do go deep on this. I'm not going to do that in today's video because I want to really keep this condensed to what's important for you for Weight Loss Made Easy. But what I will say is mindset is the biggest piece. And if you're like me and you derived a lot of worthiness around your weight because when you lost the weight, it was celebrated. And for the first time, you might have felt seen and felt confident and sexy and all these things in your body. That happened to me. So then what I did for the next over a decade was chase that feeling through my weight. And it was this battle of losing and gaining and losing and gaining. And all of my self-worth was completely tied to who I was when I was at this one weight. And it was always just that 10 pounds, right? And so when something's always outside of you, it's a dangerous place to play because it means you're never really happy. I always say I was either hating myself skinny or hating myself fat. But either way, I was in a prison of my own making. I dive deeper in this in my Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program and teach you exactly how to heal that. So if you relate to that at all and you felt like you've been dieting for your entire life and you're so over the lose and gain and feeling at the mercy of food and your weight, then Love Your Body, Lose the Weight is the program for you. I will link it below. It is on sale. We extended the sale because of so many of you that said that you missed it over the weekend for Labor Day. It was 83% off, which is crazy. But at the same time, I'm really happy to be able to support so many because I know the pain and that struggle, and it is not fun. I'll put that below. Now back to today's video. I was not planning to talk about that. So Weight Loss Made Easy. What we really want to understand though is that you are not defined by your weight. So when we start to get back to that and understand that this gets to be really fun and that I get to partner with myself and I get to find joy in the experience, because it's not about actually being at the end, it's about who you get to become. And I know that sounds very cliche, but it's so true. Like, I stand here before you today because I created an identity of the woman that I wanted to be in relationship to my body, in relationship to health, in relationship to nutrition and how I wanted to feel. And that woman stands before you today, and it's ingrained in me. So even when I'm like, I don't feel like going, I don't want to, I tell myself, the version of me comes in that goes, yeah, but if you don't, the alternative is not going to be a good one. It's going to be you not feeling as good, getting stressed out. You need, like, this is your time. So just go. Just tell yourself you'll go. And my friends, for those of you that have ADD, ADHD, you need to barter with yourself. And here's a quick tip that's really going to support you. Just tell yourself you're only going to go for 10 minutes. All you need to do is go for 10 minutes. Start on the treadmill for 10 minutes, go for a walk for 10 minutes, just start that thing for 10 minutes and you will go. Weight Loss Made Easy is about how can I create patterns, habits in my life that support me in making this seamless for me, so that my ego, my mind cannot come in and distract me from the very goal that I've set for myself. The reason why my community is comprised of women and why I've helped thousands, and really at the start of my business said I really want to gear this towards women, because I had male clients come to me going, hey, but I want to work with you too. Not, listen, we don't discriminate, that's totally okay, but I really cater it toward this because I know and I am committed to women showing up for their dreams. And I know because I've done this for 18 years, right? And in coaching thousands of women, that their weight, their view of themselves, their self-concept, their self-identity that is very tied to their weight and how they look physically is the one thing that will hold them back from being the love and the light in this world that they're meant to be, from knowing, they know they're meant for more, but their weight is what stops them. Right? And I saw this firsthand with myself, that my weight stopped me from believing myself and knowing that I was deserving and worthy of my dreams. So I made a commitment that I would never, if I knew what to do and if I had the key to heal a woman, to get her on the other side so she doesn't waste any more of her life hiding and starts showing up and being seen, and then she'll actually end up in part with that, releasing the weight and getting the body. I was like, that is what I will do, because I never want somebody else to suffer the way that I did and struggle behind a smile of perfection. And I'm happy when you're not, right? So I know you're meant for more. You know you're meant for more. Now we just need to get you to believe it and make it really easy so that your ego doesn't come in and knock you out of moving forward in this journey for yourself. So how do we do that? Set out your workout clothes for 7 days. Put out 7, be aggressive, and just remind yourself the goal is just to move each day. You do not need to go do P90X and all the things. In fact, if you're over 40, I don't want you to do crazy HIIT training all the time. It's actually better to do 10,000 steps walking and be more active and moving and lift some heavy weights and be intentional with it. 2, you again want to have foods that are readily available to you. Do you know that I food prep on Sundays and Wednesdays? I came in my door today and I really wish I just had somebody following me around on a video, because I was like, I am starving. And I had to get on with my team because we have, I'll be doing a workshop. I would love to have you on September 21st. This is my Meant for More workshop. And this is Meant for More over 40. Live Extraordinary, and it's the body, the life, the mindset, and I'm taking you through, and you get a full workbook where we create your ideal you. So I would love to have you. I don't have the link yet, but I was meeting with them today. So anyway, they had questions for me. I had to hop on, which is why I'm coming to you like this. But I walked in the door and I was like, I am starving, right? And what did I have in my fridge? I had egg cups already ready. I have 7 different recipes in my wholeness cookbook. We do a raffle for that on Fridays. If you want that, we announced the winner for last Friday already. If you want that, put cookbook below. I love egg cups, so you put them in like a muffin tin, and this is a great way to get protein and just have them readily available. So I will make a vat of those, and you can dip them in guacamole, you can dip them in salsa, you can have them whichever way you want them, but it's just high protein. You can do just egg whites if you want, whatever you want to do with them. So I had those, and then I had a vat of vegetables. Two things that I always try to do. First thing you want to eat for weight loss made easy is protein. Always protein. Stop with the carbs. Stop with the, I'm going to do the bread basket, or I'll just have a little salad first. No, no, no. Go for protein, especially over 40. We need protein for building lean muscle, for weight loss, for weight maintenance, and for focus. Okay, guys? Now, weight loss made easy is also having those things readily available in your fridge. The more you cook at home, the more you have things at your fingertips, make it easy on you. No, I do not want to have recipes like Julia Child where I need 20,000 ingredients that I'm never using before. My cookbook specifically, and if you want it, like I said, put cookbook below. I like clean. I want clean foods. My body knows what it is, but I want them to be delicious and good for me too, because I want glowing skin. I want beautiful nails. I want gorgeous hair, right? Like my hair just keeps growing. My people are like, do you have extensions? I'm like, no, that's my hair. That's up in a bun right now. By the way, I should do a video so you guys can tell me, should I get bangs? If we think bangs should happen, put below. My mom looked at me and was like, no. I was like, I didn't think so. But I'm like, I want to do something different with my hair. I keep coloring it and doing all the things. Okay, anyway. Going back to this, weight loss made easy. Egg cups, doing a big vat of vegetables. Another great thing that I love to do, especially since fall is here. And I'll be doing a video taking you guys to Trader Joe's with me. But you want to get just a baking sheet. You're going to put tin foil down. You're going to spray it with olive oil spray or coconut oil spray or avocado. Only those three. Do not do seed oils, okay? Stay away from seed oil. Stay away from canola oil, please. It's not your friend. They're actually more toxic to the body than smoking, and they're going to harbor fat in the body and in your fat stores, okay? So what we want to do though is you're going to spray it down, and then you go and get organic frozen vegetables, so you don't have to worry about, do I need to cook this week, blah, blah, blah. Or Trader Joe's makes it really, really easy. No, I do not work for them, but they make it so easy. Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, everything's already diced up. So if you're like me and you've got a ton to do and you don't want to spend all day in the kitchen, which I have no interest in, but I still want readily healthy food available for me at any time and for it to taste delicious. So this is what you're going to do. You're just going to either open up frozen veggies and mix it from broccoli to cauliflower to Brussels sprouts to sweet potatoes to onion. I love adding in onion. And then you're going to put it down on the baking sheet. You can spray it again, or you can get I love an oil mister. Okay. So it's going to, it's actually called the oil mister. It's called MISTER. And you can spray your vegetables, and then you're going to just do Himalayan pink sea salt. And do you like me being like this? That's my salt grinder. And some fresh ground pepper. You can add some rosemary if you want to. Honestly though, when I do this, like I cook vegetables, my family is literally like, will you do that thing you do with vegetables? And I'm like, you mean bake them in the oven and put olive oil, sea salt, and pepper? I mean, you would think that it's like an anomaly. And it's so funny because the women in my family, we do like a girls trip, and it's like my cousins and they all cook all the time. And I think they're such better cooks than me. I'm a good cook, not gonna lie. But it always fascinates me because they're like, will you do that salad thing that you do and that amazing dressing? And I'm like, yeah. And then I always get asked, like, what is in that dressing? And I think they think, again, that I'm going to like tell them some crazy secret recipe. And guys, I'm like, balsamic vinegar, olive oil, sea salt, and pepper. And we're going to mix it. They're like, that's all? And I'm like, yeah, like that's all I've used always. My mom taught me that back in the day. And without fail, I always get asked to make the salad. And key tip with the salad, Do all the vegetables, make like a kitchen sink salad. And again, this is where Trader Joe's and other places where everything's just diced up and easy for you. Like I am not cutting onion. I'm like crying. Everything's like, so I buy it already chopped. I'm like, I don't care. I'll pay the extra. Like it's just dice it for me. I need it easy because I love onion and everything and garlic. Italian through and through. So I say this because you want to make things easy. Do vats of vegetables. Put it in the oven, 375. I like where it's like golden brown. Then you're just going to literally lift the tinfoil sheet, drop it in a big bowl, and then you can cut it or like whatever you want to do, but it makes it so easy. I will put 2 baking sheets in the oven at the same time. I will do another one that's like sweet potato, Brussels sprouts, and onion. And sometimes I'll even do beets. And I will put that in, and then the top one will be like broccoli, cauliflower, any peppers and onions, like anything I want to do, maybe more of like a greens one. And I mean, honestly, it's like good for a week. You can heat them up, you can have them on their own, they can be in a side, you can add them to an egg and 3 egg whites in the morning, and then it's, you know, it's very, very easy. So I wanted to say that. I'm sorry, I'm seeing a question. Is there a I can't even see my comp. Was there a question somewhere? Okay, I couldn't see. I'm sorry, guys. Where? Top chat. All messages. I don't see any messages. Okay. If you guys have a message, please let me know. Happy to answer. Okay. So the other thing that I wanted to tell you with weight loss made easy. So far we've covered 1, do what you can, where you can, when you can. 2, be intentional. Your goal is just to move more. Stand, take as many steps, put a timer on your phone that every like hour on the hour, you're just gonna get up and walk around. I love, like I tell my clients, just go for a 5-minute walk in the morning, breathe in fresh air, go at lunch, go at dinner. Anytime we can walk right after a meal. If you go to Europe, that's why everyone can eat what they're doing. And then, you know, there's all these things around like the French woman diet and Italian, like, yeah, it's because they walk everywhere. Like when I lived in New York City, I remember my friends from California would come and they were all counting their steps. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, I like didn't get it. And it was because when you live in New York, all you do is walk everywhere. Like, I mean, I think at the end of the day, I would walk like 50,000 steps. I mean, I walked to work, I walked home, I walked for my groceries, I walked to the gym. I mean, it's just what you did. So it wasn't even a thought. Moving more makes a big difference. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to, I don't know why I can't see the comments on here. I see it's like popping up for a minute and then chat viewing options. I'm just seeing somebody, you reply, I'm sorry, I don't see a comment. I just see it, yeah. Okay, so the other thing with weight loss made easy, do what you can, where you can, when you can. I'm sorry if I'm not answering questions. I really am not seeing them. And typically I see them and answer. So it's a little strange. I'm not sure if I did something with the setting. 2, you want to make it easy on yourself, create habits, routines that support you, lay out your clothes the night before, you know, get a workout buddy, whatever you need to do to make it easy on you. 3, food prep. I pick 2 days a week so that the food doesn't go bad. I am single though, so like I'm not cooking for a bunch of people. If you're cooking for your family, you might want to do it more frequently depending on how quickly you go through your food. Next, what you want to do is really have it be simple in the sense of like, for instance, when you have a water bottle in front of you, you have a reminder, an actual reminder of what you're doing. This is why it's like an anchor, right? It's like, oh, I should drink more water. Have things like that for you around. If you have a goal weight, a goal, something, you know, I know people talk about this, but something that you want to wear. Maybe there's an event that you want to like go to. Maybe it's, I just want to know that, you know, a lot of women in our community are like, I just want to feel healthy and strong. and I want to be like a hot, like, I want to be an energetic mom, grandma, whatever it is that you want to do, or you just want to know you want to live a long, healthy life, healthy, right? And vibrant. And so the thing that you want to do is like, maybe your goal is you're going to put up a calendar and you're going to put an X through, like, my goal is to move for 30 days, or do 10,000 steps. And like, or my goal is at the end of this that would love to fit in that pair of pants that I had. Like, have an anchor for you that drives you back. It's actually proven that when we have a goal put in front of us that we review each day, that the achievement of that goal has a 72% more likelihood of happening than those that set a goal and don't see it again. This is why when I work with my clients and I say, okay, please, first off, you don't need New Year's to set resolutions or decide that you want to set a goal. So really, truly, have your goals in front of you, read them each day. If your goal is really around your health and your body, and you said, Melissa, this is the one goal that would really move the needle for me, that at the end of this year, I would be so proud of myself if I followed through, then this is your time, and let's do that for you. Make it easy. And the last piece that I'm going to say with Weight Loss Made Easy is you have to check your stories. Do you actually believe that it can happen for you? Do you believe that it can be easy? Do you believe that this can happen for you and that the body, the weight is meant for you? If you don't, then you're going to end up sabotaging your success. Even if you release the weight, you're going to end up putting the weight back on because you didn't actually drop into the felt identity and the belief that you are deserving and worthy of your dreams, your desires, goals. Remember, a goal is put on your heart for a reason, and it's actually meant for you. It's a done deal. Like, it's not like a dangling carrot. Like, you have the desire because it's already done. Your goal is to align vibrationally to that. When I told you guys in the beginning of this that I created a fit identity, definitely go check out my podcast episode. It's in YouTube on it's called How to Create a Fit Identity, in my Wholeness podcast. It was sequential. It wasn't overnight, but I decided I'm done. I'm so sick of like wondering what it would be like if I just lost this weight, or wishing that I could lose the weight and not go shopping and have to find things that fit my body. And there would be the gap in the back of my pants because of my butt, but then my waist was smaller, and feeling like I didn't want people to see my legs, and these thoughts that I had that just kept me playing small in life and feeling small. And so when I decided, that's the first step to all of this. I got clear on what I wanted, and I decided, and then I created my plan. And my plan was, I'm going to start working out, and I'm going to look at what are the things that I'm not doing to support this and being my reality. Like, okay, well, right now I didn't really have a workout plan. I'd never really gotten into that. I knew I was eating more than what I needed. Even if it wasn't unhealthy, I knew that I didn't need to eat everything on my plate. When I got a piece of salmon, yes, salmon's healthy, but do I need to eat the 10 ounces that were given to me, or could I cut it in half and save the rest for later? I started to pay attention. I started to drink more water. I started to go to bed earlier. And then once I got into working out, I was working out at night. And then I started going, you know what? I don't really want to work out at night. I think I'd like to get up earlier in the morning. And the guy that I was with at the time got up really early, worked on the stock exchange. So I started getting up, and then I was like, well, why am I going back to bed? Oh, I'm going to start working out in the morning. And then I love that. And then it just kept going from there. And then I started to see what foods really worked well for me. And then I started to notice that I really was eating less and my stomach was shrinking, right? But I also saw how big my portions had been, right? There was a reason why we stay at the same weight or gain weight. We're eating more than what our body needs. It's actually not that complicated. Things have just gotten overly complicated in the weight loss industry. That's why it's a $1 billion industry, because they want to keep you on the dieting train. I'm the opposite of that. I'm like, here's a weight loss solution. It's my Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program. It is a solution. I don't want you to have to diet again. It is unnecessary. When you start trusting yourself and you start trusting that your body wants to be at its ideal weight. We are animals by nature. It does not want excess weight on the body. It wants to feel energized. It wants to feel light. Food is actually just meant to be fuel. Like you put the highest level of prime gas in your car, right? When you have a really nice car, you want to give it the best gas, right? You're going to give it the best gas, and it's giving it the gas that's needed to get from point A to point B. That's what you're doing when you eat. We don't need to get from point A to D. You just need what is going to get you from breakfast to lunch and give you the focus and the energy that you need. If you just telltale signs from the body where you know that you're working against your weight loss goal is if you're tired after you eat, if you feel bloated. These are signs that you ate something that didn't agree with you or you ate too much. When we feel tired after a meal, it's generally because we ate a lot more than what our body needed. Instead, I want you to think the same thing that you would with your pet. They need to get up in the morning, they have water, they go for a walk, and then they get fed, right? They get water, they go for a walk, they go to the bathroom, they empty out, they eliminate. And then we put food back in and we give them great quality food. Why? Because we love them. You are no different. I'm not saying you're a dog, but what I am saying is I often see, unfortunately, that people take much better care of their pets than they do themselves. You deserve to feel incredible in your body and to have a body that you're proud of, that you love being in, that you feel confident, right? Doing all things in. And only you know what that is. But make it easy on yourself by implementing the tips in today's video. And if you want my help or you want to be in our community, then all the links are below for the different programs and opportunities, from our books to our podcast, free resources, as well as paid courses, programs, and live events and things that are happening, and our Limitless Academy live membership that's always happening. And that's your life, mind, body, and mastery membership program where we do all things that take you to your next level. It's all about living limitless. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm Melissa Kathryn, the spiritual nutritionist. If you want more videos and tips like this, let me know in the comments below. If you want to be in our raffle for my wholeness cookbook, put cookbook below. And if you want the free gift that I created specifically for you to help you to really, truly stop your cravings in their tracks so you can lose fat fast, put cravings below, and I'll make sure, myself and my team, that we send that gift right to you. All my love. Have a beautiful and blessed day, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Love you guys. Thank you for being here.